Alright guys, I still have that same problem where I have a lot of cedar fence pickets I need to get used up, and I also have a lot of hats just laying around the house. So I'm going to try to make something to fix that problem, and if it works out, great. If not, it's just going to be firewood. So let's see what happens. Taking these cedar fence pickets and cutting them down to 36 inches because that number just popped in my head. I wanted 24 by 36 for the hat rack that I'm making. But first I'm going to take and cut them down to 36 inches so I can get them trimmed up on the so they're easier to handle. And then I can carry them down in the basement, run them through the planer, just kind of get the fuzz off them. I kind of want these to be a little more smooth than normal. And yeah, we'll go from there. Alright guys, I just got done running these through the planer, and I might chamfer the edges to kind of give it like a more depth in between the slats of the shield. Unfortunately, my chamfer bit is really not a chamfer. I mean, it still is. It's not a 45. It's a weird angle. I can't find my chamfer bit, so it's gonna have to do. You know, it's still gonna give me that gap I want. It's gonna be a little deeper to kind of get the gap I want. So let's go with it. Let's see what happens. I did 45s because I'm going to use one of these as a French cleat for the top, and then I could screw it into the wall in the house. I kind of wanted an easier way to mount it. Okay, I just got done sanding the, I guess you'd call them stretcher pieces or whatever is going to hold the shield together. Now, I'm going to lay it out, nail it on the back, probably glue them down. Yeah, why not? You know, feel a bit. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to glue it down and nail it from the back side without hitting my table saw. See what happens. Alright, I don't know what happened, but I think I went full circle. I took fence pick and I was trying to make a hat rack, and I actually ended up making a fence. I guess they wanted to be a fence. Let's see if we could take that fence that I just made and make it back into a hat rack. I'm going to try to draw here in a second, so that'll be funny. Let's give it a shot. I did put nails on the ends, if you saw earlier, and I held that ruler to get like the shape I wanted. It wasn't perfect, but it doesn't have to be. A shield is a shield. I mean, they didn't have perfect shapes, right? Alright guys, if you're enjoying the video already, please don't forget to hit that subscribe if you have not yet already, and give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out. And leave a comment. Share the video to anybody else that might need a hat rack. Thank you for watching. I got the shape roughly out. I kind of want to sand a little bit, and then I'm going to round over the edges. And then I got to figure out what I want to do next. So I'm going to sand these really quick. I mean, it looks like what I wanted in my head. Okay, so I was thinking that after sanding, it might be just a little too bright. I might torch the edges to kind of darken the edges. But I want to be careful because I don't want it too dark. Okay, I decided to torch the edges instead of staining them because I want to get this clear coated and hung up on the wall so I can organize some of my hats. Now, I'm going to be using the same clear coat that I used in the last video because I have a whole gallon here. Clear coat the backside here and the brace for the wall because the French cleat's going to go right in there. I'm going to clear coat both these at the same time right in my workshop instead of outside because it's too bright and I don't want to be outside. It's super hot. So I'm going to do this and then I'm going to flip it over and I got to wait a couple hours before I can come back in and do the next coat. So let's see what happens. Okay, so I did the second coat off camera because it's basically like doing the first coat. And my camera keeps overheating, so I don't know how much actually got shown on the first coat because it's hot in here. But, you know, that means it's drying faster. So I'm going to sand this all down with 220. There will be a little bit of white powder, and I'll just clean it up with a tack cloth, and we'll do the third coat here in a second. I got a 3D printer a little while ago to make stuff for the shop, and it came in handy because I made these little hooks, these hat hooks that look like little swords that I'm going to mount across the board here. And I'm just going to kind of do this little pattern. These ones a little higher, and one for a pirate hat down at the bottom. It takes a little bit more space for when I do pirate themed craft shows. Now, this is the layout. I got enough holders for 9. I don't even think I have 9 hats. But, you know, I do wear a lot of hats. Alright guys, thank you for staying to the end of the video. That means a lot to me. I mean, these days it's hard to get anyone to watch all the way to the end. But YouTube loves that, so I do appreciate everyone who stayed to the end. And if you haven't yet already liked, subscribed, comment, anything. If you have any questions, I'm here. Now I'm going to show you the hat rack, and I think it came out great. I can't wait to hang it in my house. I'm not going to hang it in the house here right now because I was going to go in there, find the studs, you know, do the thing. This is the other half of my French cleat. I'm going to mount this on the wall, and the hat rack is just going to slide right on that French cleat. So that makes it easier for mounting that and easier to take it off when I need to. So, alright. See you guys next time with another Crafted by Ray video.